Hey guys, so welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be like a book haul. So it's just a list, or some of my favorite, I think there's 8 or 9 of them, favorite books that I have read over the past like year or so. So let's get into the video. My camera doesn't die because I put in a new battery and that one's also almost dead. Should really charge my camera. Anyway, so let's get started with this video. The first book is it's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I watched the movie, and then my friend who I watched the movie with got this for me for Christmas. The book isn't necessarily exactly like the movie. I think the movie is this plus there's a series. The movie is a couple of books together, so this is a lot of. It's a really dense because they didn't take obviously everything out of all 3 books, and they added characters or they took out characters, so it's definitely different than the movie, but it is really good. And I love the fantasy aspect of it. I really love fantasy books. So this is the first one. It is by Ransom Riggs. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't read anything else of his. I think it's a him. Yeah, so this is the first one. The second one is, this is Wired That Way by Marcia something. It's just this a book about your personality type, which is really nice because it breaks it down to the fact that there's different personalities, and it shows you little charts, and because I am more of a peaceful phlegmatic, I think. I'm a mix between peaceful phlegmatic and perfect melancholy, so I'm these two. Although I think I lean more towards the peaceful one than the perfect one. But yeah, so it's a really nice book. It just explains personality, and then it explains the personality blends, because I'm a mixture of 2. Each of the personalities' emotional needs. Marriage, if you're married to somebody with a different personality type, or what you need in a marriage or relationship. Parenting, communication, workplace. So yeah, so this is the second one. It's Wired That Way. Next isn't necessarily like a book per se. I got this yesterday actually. It's Complete the Story. Some stories end badly, some end well, and others just keep going. It's basically just a book of creative writing prompts, which is really nice. So I started one last night. It's not the best story I've ever written, but obviously some of these stories are not going to be as good as others. But yeah, so it just has, for example, yes, he was one of us, but we weren't going to take the fall for him, not this time. He'd gotten us into trouble before, when, and then you like complete the story, and it has a page, and then if you obviously start writing and something really sparks you, you can keep going on this. So I got this yesterday, and I just started it. I think I'll do probably one a night, hopefully, or try to do one a night or so, or a couple of a week, because it keeps your creative juices going. The next one is The Carrie Diaries. It's I think it's a sequel or a prequel to Sex and the City, which I haven't actually watched Sex and the City, but I've watched The Carrie Diaries Netflix, or it was a CW show, but it was on Netflix, and I watched the entire series, and I'm currently going back through the series. The series is obviously different than the book, but the book was really good, and I read it in like 2 days. I got it for $3 at Half Price Books, a discount bookstore, and it was like maybe not even a 2-day read, and I just read through it. It's just really, it flows really nicely, and it has a really great story. And yeah, so it's about Carrie before Sex and the City, which I've never actually seen, so I should probably see what that's all about. But yeah, Carrie Diaries. Next one is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I can read this book in one sitting. It's a very short, like small, easy read, but it is amazing. And there is a movie, but I have never actually seen the movie. We own the movie, I just never seen it. But yeah, so this is the other one. It's just about this guy who dies and he goes to heaven and he meets people from his life. So it's a really great book. Let's see what else. This one, I ordered it online on Amazon. I've read it through, but I haven't really, like, I'm reading it and I'm taking notes and stuff, but it's Why We Love Dogs, Eat Pigs, and Wear Cows, An Introduction to Carnism by Melanie Joy. Yeah, this groundbreaking work explores how it is that we as a culture are so willing to eat some animals while we never dream of eating others. Our willingness to do that, says social psychologist Melanie Joy, is enabled only through denial. We ignore the facts of animals' capacity for consciousness and their ability to feel pain, inhumane practices that we don't need meat in our diet, and we often live longer and better without it. So it's a really nice book. It starts with this story about, you're eating a stew and you ask the person who made the stew, like, what's in it, and then they say, oh, it's golden retriever meat, and then you feel disgusted, and they're like, oh no, I'm kidding, it's actually cow, and then it's like, well, what's actually the difference between golden retriever meat and cow meat? So, that's the next one. This Bible Basic for Catholics. You really have to be Catholic to read it, but it's, if you really want a easy to read book on the Bible that really, like, there's pictures. Like, I don't know if you see this. It's stick drawing pictures of people in the Bible. Like, it is incredibly easy to read. It's fun. It makes learning about the Bible fun. It has verses, like, it paraphrases things, but it has the actual verses, like, in parentheses if you want to go back and, like, read the verses. And yeah, so it has a lot of really cool stick figures. That's kind of what I like about it. I had to read it for school, and it was one of the best theology books that I've ever read for school. Probably because it wasn't, like, dense and, like, we had to read a lot of theologies and philosophers that's really, like, that's easy to read, which is what I love about it. And the final book on my list I also had to read for class, and it is Worshipping the State, How Liberalism Became Our State Religion. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's been by Benjamin Weicker, the author of 10 books that screwed up the world. Yeah, it's talking about liberals, it's talking about the church versus the state, it, talks about philosophers, so this is a really, really good book if you want a book about politics, if you, like, are interested in politics. This is one of the books that actually got me interested in politics and wanting to kind of go that route for, like, after, like, career-wise and do something with politics. So this is a really, really good book. So I hope you guys liked this book haul video. I know it's different. I'm deciding to maybe try to do more videos than just veganism, just spread out a little more. So, yeah, comment below what your favorite book is, and also if you've read any of these books that I have mentioned and what your favorite of these books are, or which ones you would love to read. And, yeah, and I love talking about books and reading and all this other stuff. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will see you in another video. Bye!